So here we are with episode 5 of the many sides of voice actor radio. Last episode, we finished an arc, or at least volume 1, I presume, and it consisted of Yuhi and Yasumi's identity being exposed, but exposed for the better because their radio show is now more popular. And also we got to see a new character who's going to join the fray, and we'll just have to see who she is and what is the show that she's doing that has over 200 episodes. If you guys like the video, like the video. If you dislike it, dislike it. I do have my full length up on Patreon and early access in the YouTube memberships. Other than that, let us get started. Oh, talking with her manager. For a second there, I thought she actually meant deaf. She's doing better than ever, isn't she? Yeah, kinda sucks anyways. This whole going to Blue Crown. Is that her company? You know, the one thing with the manager that I kind of don't like is the fact that, I mean, she said it, right? This image that we've built for you, it's all poof, gone in the air. And it's just kind of the same as Watanabe, right? Yuhi. And the fact that she didn't want this, but like that's how her agency built her character as. It's kind of annoying. I don't like that. And then I kind of felt a little weird with like the way the manager said in the last episode where she's just like, oh, well, you know, now that your school has been found out, you better look the part. Like you better dress like how Yasumi looks like and not like your Gario self in case fans come to your school, which is like absolute fucked, by the way. Like, I don't care if they're a celebrity or whatever, right? And especially if they're like in high school or they're still kids, underage, minors, and whatever. Don't fucking go to their school. Like, what the fuck, bro? Chill. It's the same thing as like YouTubers who get doxxed. And then, I wonder if that girl, the one that I just saw after Yasumi's manager, is that Yuhi's manager? It's just somebody else. Anyways, I lost my track of thoughts. Oh, something about YouTubers getting doxxed and like people coming to their house. Oh, president. Oh shit, talking to the president out here, dog. Blue Crown. Okay, Chocolate Brownie, that's what their agency is. Blue Crown is the parent company? Yeah. And then you just came and you did it. But so hopefully you don't make it again. Yes. I have no regrets. Ha-ha! No regrets. I'd still do it. Hell yeah, dog. Limit to... Useful. Parental love to get somebody to fucking yell at her? Oh no! Blue Crown is Yuhi's. It's almost like a hire's job to be mad. But I'd already given up. Of course. She would have, I mean, yeah, because she said she was going to quit anyways. Wow. Full blush out here, dude. Oh, here she is. Yes. Damn, just caught in midair. Okay, so she is. Damn. She's a veteran, eh? Just because she's tiny. Why does she sound like she's saying Kangaki? Kagaki? Of course, she's only thinking about yourself, herself, you. Mekurun. Mekurun. Start alongside Otome. Yo, this fucking music that just kicked in. Doling out a suitable punishment. Damn! Damn, dude! She's a cutthroat actress out here. VA, I mean. Brazenly announce. Ah. Of course, you're ruining everybody else's image. Say something cutesy. That makes sense. But I did allow you. Call that bullying is bullying me. Yo, fucking Kagasaki's just like, I can't let you bully her, but I will let you bully her for like that 1 minute. What I wanted to say. Ha, 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 ha. That's why she let her do it. But at the same time, it shouldn't be. You should be following Yubisaki's. My god. 212. She has her own radio show. God, I wouldn't be able to watch this in the car. I'd just get motion sick. She's a better host. Well, doesn't mean that you can't catch up to her. 3 regular long-running show that's all made over 200 episodes. Jesus Christ. Of course. Gotta learn from others. The sucker. Of course. Bunch of fucking creeps just coming to their school. Like, hello? Wow. That's fucked, dude. Absolutely fucked. Makeup. Oh. Oh shit, dude. Now we won't even know who she is. Turn her into a Garu. I mean, it would essentially switch identity. As for the rest of her, well, of course she has to be flawed somewhere else to have a flawless face. How much the idol work has helped me. I can see that too. No. You gotta. It's part of the disguise. Oh my god. What the f- What the fuck? How did we get this color? I look like I've just lost. How'd you get your hair like this? She just got a wig ready? Alright, first of all, alright, you know what? I was laughing, but like, yo, dog, stop. Who are you guys? You guys are just looking at high schoolers? Oh? Ooh, y'all just having a get-together. Wow. Hey, you know, girls who fight together stay together, actually. Don't take mine. Now, if this was black and white, though. The manga, I mean, not the viewpoint. Go into your new identity. Not build entirely new personalities, but... Yeah, you can go and rant about your Gundams and stuff. To your new personas. Does that mean that you'll be on a radio show with Mekurun? I mean, maybe she's too good for you guys, actually. I don't know. Oh, here comes Otome. Oh. The fucking classical music kicks in. Not classical, but the strings, right? Show how much more of a classy lady she is. Heart Tart is the other. Oh! She's literally the fucking barrier to the haters. I'm putting more extra work for you guys. What is it? Merry-go-round. Alright. Oh, it's episode 212 last time, so it's been 4 episodes since. Ho-ho! Nothing like getting into a radio show with a host that you don't get along with, am I right? But then again, they have experience. They fucking bicker with each other for their whole entire fucking radio show. So, you know, could happen. And so we see for Mekurun is that she's putting on this nice girl act, but in fact she has a rotten personality, as one would say, which could kind of go with the way that Yuhi is. This is much more of a setup episode. It's setting up for like this radio show, and I am presuming us getting more of Mekurun. Is it Mekurun or is it Mekurun? Actually, I only wrote Mekurun because that's what Kagasaki said. And also it sounds like they're saying, when Watanabe says it, sounds like she's saying Kagasaki. Like there's an N in there somewhere. Anyways, yeah, this is a good episode in terms of, again, of the setup, but also to show the consequences that came from that, right? It's not just the up and up. So, I like that. Very nice. Okay. The preview. That's Mekurun, who's not happy that she has to do a show with them. From that one frame. But alright, folks, we are going to get right back to the center. Alright, so that was episode 5 of The Many Sides of Voice Actor Radio. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was, well, I think I said it, I thought it was a nice setup episode for the next, for this next volume, but also to show us the consequences that had happened after this scandal. And I like that with, like, Mekurun coming in, she's talking about how this doesn't just affect you, this affects everybody, because you're out here. And also, we can see that's why she was surprised. Perhaps not the fact that, well, it could still be it, right? Because the last episode when we were hearing her listening to the radio, and then when she hears like, oh, now I don't have to hide myself anymore, Mekurun gasped at that, or was surprised at that, and I had thought that maybe she puts on a personality and that she wants to, and maybe somewhere within her she wants to be her true self, but she can't because this is the personality that she's already built up. Or perhaps it's more like I don't want to say she likes this personality, who knows, but again, maybe it's already something that she's established, and that's why she's very much adamant against defending it, right? And that's why she's upset at Yasumi and Yuhi for doing this shit. Or again, maybe she's just feeling a little envious of these two, that they're able to be their real self, and she's just projecting herself onto it. Who knows? We did get more of Kagasaki, the manager to Yuhi, and we were also introduced to Shuri, Naruse Shuri, who is the manager for Yuhi Yugure, or Watanabe. I kind of already talked a little bit about Kagasaki and, like, her character. It's just, like, I want to like her, but there's, like, a lot of other things that makes me go, just like what I was talking about during the opening, where she told Yasumi to, like, dress the part because they now know where her school is. But then she was also the person who was telling Yasumi, like, hey, your 4-year grace period is about to end, right? They're gonna start to see you as just an old woman now. She's not saying that specifically, but we do hear from Yasumi when Kagasaki mentioned it. Yasumi explained in her head that she has this 3-year grace period technically, and she's on her 3rd year right now, and it's because of, like, her age, and once she gets out of that, and, like, if she still hasn't established her identity, it's gonna be a little bit harder for her to find work because she's not at the ripe old age of 15, 16 anymore. Anyways, what I can say about Kagasaki is that she knows how the system works, and she's working within that system, right? She's not trying to get out of it because she knows this is how you make money, and this is how you gain the popularity within the crowd and whatnot, right? This is what everybody is doing, so this is how I'm going to package you and deliver it to other people. And so, yeah, that's kind of what I think about Kagasaki. Like, I like her design, I like her voice, I like her attitude and everything. It's just the stuff that she does that I'm kind of just, again, kind of like with this part where she cuts where she got a deal with the president, where he would just go to fucking yell at her. And, like, her whole thing was that she wanted Sato to come to regret her decision, and hopefully she won't do it again, to take responsibility for this whole thing, and again, also to not do it again. And the president here, President Kashima, he's just like, oh yeah, this is just, you're witnessing Kagasaki's parental love. And I was really like, alright, I don't know if I would want this sort of parental love, like, if my parents hired somebody, not hired, but, got favor of somebody to just yell at me. No thanks, Can we not get the parental love? Thank you, manager. But there are moments where we see that Kagasaki does care about Sato, right? Kind of like at this point where she's talking about, like, from a manager's standpoint, I don't care about anybody else, I only care about you, the person that I'm managing. But what I think what you did was pretty incredible, that whole thing. Like, and also Kagasaki's kind of working on a stick and carrot method. At first she shows the stick, and now here she is with the carrot. But here in this point, Sato just kind of says, being nice to me after being so mean is how an abusive boyfriend behaves. Again, I'm still kind of like, Kagasaki literally just got this old dude to go in, and he's also, like, the president, so, like, he's up in a higher position, even if they're not from the same agency, right? He's still, like, up a president of something, right? Still bigger than Sato herself. And then we're introduced to Mekurun, right? This the singing, dancing idol voice actress. My god. Mekurun comes on over, just starts fucking speaking shit to Yasumi. And Kagasaki just allows her to just rail on Sato there, just really let her hammer it down. And as what Kagasaki says, yeah, She pretty much said exactly what I wanted to tell you. So, yeah. I was like, thanks, manager, thanks. At least I know that you will come and help me when it starts to get a little bit too much. But, like, if it's just a little bit, Kagasaki's just like, alright, do it. Fucking backhander, Mekurun, backhander. And again, we were also introduced to Yuhi's manager, Naruse Shuri, and this girl who seems a little incompetent, a little young for Sato when she sees her. But she's actually older than Kagasaki, but also she's more of a veteran than Kagasaki, I would presume, because she manages other popular girls as well. Not only is she managing Yuhi, and also, you know, because of Shuri, Yuhi is able to get all these good deals. And of course, these managers are opposite of one another, but also, is Kagasaki trying to hit Shuri up or something? What the hell's going on here? Alright, I did want to look at this part again because I was too busy yapping away, I feel. There was other scenes that I was too busy yapping away, but okay, here is Mekurun telling Sato that she has her gratitude for bringing their silly little star to hell. You have my gratitude for dragging our silly little star to hell. A casting couch accusation? Talk about the worst mistake an idol actress could possibly make. How utterly careless. Totally not serious enough about the job. I mean, come on, that was just awful. And the agency covering for her is just as bad. Normally, this kind of screw up would be grounds for dismissal. But just when I was thinking what a terrible example it would set for a screw up like her to waltz back in here like nothing ever happened, you stepped up. Now that you've exposed everything about her, the idol voice actress Yugure Yuhi is as good as dead. Thank you for doling out a suitable punishment for that dumb girl. Yubisaki-san, what happened to her was an unfortunate accident, so that's from Sato. Thinking of it that way is what makes you a third-rate voice actress. Is she victim blaming? If you want to play Friends, go do it elsewhere. Again, she's like a fucking cutthroat voice actress out here. Why are you acting like that? It doesn't concern you. It obviously does. Because you two brazenly announce, voice actors are different in real life, now fans everywhere have it burned into their brains. I don't know fans everywhere, but it's alright. Burned into their brain that their favorite voice actress might be faking it too. Every time a voice actress says something cutesy, people will doubt her. Even if she's speaking from the heart, maybe by force of habit, no one will take anything at face value now. You think that doesn't concern me? You've got some nerve saying that. Okay, and then Kagasaki comes in to be like, alright, let's leave it at that, alright? Like, you talking all this fucking shit about Yuhi Yugure? That's fine, but now you're starting to dig into Sato. I have a problem with that. Digging a little bit too much, right? Digging your claws a little bit too much into my client. I can't have you. I can't let you do that. But again, with what Mekurun says, it's correct. And it's the same thing with Kagasaki, right? She said this is exactly what she wanted to tell Sato. You basically have caused this wave of people who are now going to look at all these other idol voice actresses and see, are they actually true? Like, do they actually love me? So they're gonna be a little bit more cautious about the personality and everything. But like, at the same time, isn't that like the agency's fault for fucking dishing you out like that? And also, it is, I wouldn't say it's particularly like the idol or the voice actress's fault, because if the agency is controlling what they do and what shows they have and whatnot, right? And again, this is what Yuhi says, this is what her agency wanted her to do, this personality of hers. So like, who you should really be mad at is not other voice actors. What you should be mad at is the fucking agency and the fucking culture that has that cultivated all these fucking idols to be this having this idol personality. You know, I've already said this many times, but I don't like idols because I don't like the fandom of it, and like the same thing, it expands all the way to VTubers, because VTubers themselves are kind of like idols as well. Especially if you're in like a big group like Hololive or something, right? Those people, they also sing and dance, but they're VTuber self, you know? So, yeah, I just don't like it, you know? Like, y'all are selling a false image, and then when it fucking backfires, it's just like, oh shit. And then we have like inner fighting between voice actress and all that, and it's just, my whole thing is just, you're fighting the wrong person, you know? And, you know, a system that causes the people who are being stepped on to fight with each other instead of fighting the higher up, that's when you know the system is working. For the people who are on the higher up, right? It's working for them because they don't have to do anything. Y'all are just fighting with each other. You're never gonna figure out what the problem is. I would presume they use the same radio station, just because this looks like the exact same table and chairs, and also like the exact same microphones. It's just there's 2 instead of 4. Maybe, or it's just a whole completely different radio station somewhere, and they just build it like this, because, you know, we gotta look, everything gotta look alike. Actually, both of these girls are from Blue Crown, and the same goes for Yuhi, so it probably is the same place. We'll have to see, not tomorrow, but next episode. I do agree with Kagasaki in that Sato should take a look at Mekurun's stuff, and also, you know, Kagasaki talks about how Mekurun has a hook, and like the hook is that she's this likable girl, and she's able to, she's like a good host, so like even if you're out of the loop, she's able to pull you back in and whatnot, right? She has a good hook. But then Kagasaki says, you've lost that hook now that you've exposed your identity. Yeah, but like, yeah, I guess she did lose that hook, but like, doesn't mean that she can't have a new hook. Again, who doesn't like gyarus? And the people who says that they hate gyarus, they're fucking liars. It's the only possible answer. This sounds like a stupid question. And I feel like I should probably just Google it instead of just asking it here right now. But is there a no loitering law for school? Especially if it's like, you're not from this school, you know? Like, don't loiter around the front gate? I don't know, like, it's like, how old are these dudes? Even, I'd say even if they're in high school, which I would presume they're not, because, like, they're on regular clothes and it's, like, school time, so, like, unless they're, like, really quick, like, they went out of their own school and then they got changed and now they're here camping, maybe? But still, it would still be wrong, even if they're in high school or something, right? But I would presume they're not because of just the way that they're clothes, and if they're also going to school, they shouldn't, again, unless this is, like, some fucking, unless they're, like, speed changing or something. But I would presume these are just dudes who are out of school, and they're just camping in front of a high school, but with a bunch of high schoolers, and like the school isn't doing anything. Like, dude, there's just a bunch of fucking creepers out the front gate, and they're all just watching high school girls. And like, we had that segment where Sato and Watanabe switch I was gonna say switch clothes, switch personalities, switch looks, right? Watanabe is the Garu and Sato is the diligent girl, which again, disguise in plain sight, dude. So and like when they were walking out, the dudes were looking at them. Nobody said anything, but like they all were just staring at these 2 girls walking out, and as they're walking away, they're just making comments about like, wow, that Gao girl's really cute, that diligent girl's also cute. Who are you guys? Get the fuck out of here. Stop camping in front of school, you fucking weirdos. Jesus Christ. When I graduated from my high school, I used to go back to it from time to time to go talk with my old psychology teacher, because I really, I really enjoyed talking with her and whatnot. And like, even then, when I was like in my 20s, why I say in my 20s, like I'm not in my 20s anymore, but in my early 20s, I would walk into that high school and like, I feel so out of place. Even if people still think I'm a high schooler, I still feel out of place because I know, how old I am compared to all these kids. And so like, just walking to the high school just to like get into where my old teacher's classroom is, just to go and talk to her, it feels weird. All right. So like, the fact that they're standing there and camping for high school girls, like I said, okay, stop. Your talks are popular because you don't mince words. Yeah, they're probably just fucking fighting with each other over the radio. And your new style is gaining more and more popularity. And so that's why they're accepting you. That's why we're riding this wave. And Yasumi is the sociable gyaru, and Yuhi as the reserved one will make people forget your past personas. And so Yuhi's just over like, so you want me to open up a new persona, which is technically not a new persona, it's just your persona, except maybe a little bit more exaggerated. Who knows, right? So weird that Kagasaki goes and says there are plenty of voice actors who sell their real personalities. So then, why do you get people and put them into the agency and then just tell them, okay, this is how your personality is going to be. This is the new you now, right? This is the you that people will see on the radio, or on TV or something. But then it's just like, oh yeah, there are voice actors who sell their real personalities too. What the fuck? Not to go too off topic, I mean, it is still on topic, but I don't particularly care too much if somebody's personality is fake on the internet, as long as it provides entertainment and it's not causing any bad blood, or it's not causing any drama or any, like, you know, anything like super bad going on, right? I think that if you're just doing a nice little I mean, that's what VTubers do. They have a virtual personality that they're like a fucking dragon god or something, or they're a fox girl or whatnot, and then they kind of act like that they're a fox girl, so, like, you know, they might like things that fox particularly enjoy and whatnot. I think that's fine, because that doesn't cause problems. But then again, I do know that there are, like, some VTuber dramas, but, like, I don't know too much about the VTuber stuff as much as I do anymore. But I think those type of personalities, they're fine. It's just that once you have that fake personality, and then you're forced to talk about real world shit, and then either you have to break that personality to say what you really want, or you have to continue to keep on that personality and then say a bunch of mumbo jumbo. You know, like, I think that could be bad. But I also get the whole thing of, like, breaking trust and all that, because people start to believe that you are that one person, because, you know, we all get a little parasocial out here, unfortunately. And definitely, if you have a certain type of personality and then people find out that that's not who you really are, that could ruin your whole thing. And that's what Mekurun is afraid of, that she's afraid that people are now going to question her and see whether she actually is the real person or not. And we kind of see already that that's not who she is, right? This bright, fun, bubbly personality that she has, that's not who she is. The real her that we saw was the person who was talking shit on Yuhi. and then she started talking shit on Yasumi as well, which, yo, dude, hey, we've got two girls who don't get along with each other and they bicker. As I said, they've already got experience, and now they're gonna go talk to Mekurun, who don't like them either. Yo, we've got three girls on a radio show who are just gonna bicker with one another. Let's fucking go. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Okay, so I'm editing this right now, and I've been thinking more about the idol persona and how it might not be the same as the real persona, and how that can cause a rift in the fan base because the fan feel lied to. This made me think of a Japanese duo that I used to watch when I was in school called Downtown. They're one of the most influential duos, and I got into them because of the viral Silent Library video, which is still freaking great if you ever want to laugh. I honestly just recommend a lot of their stuff too, especially if you like slapstick comedy. I thought they were very entertaining and that they bounced off of each other. I felt like they had great chemistry. Maybe they might have been friends, you know, that's how they could get that chemistry. But I learned later on that they weren't really friends. In fact, they didn't get along, and they try their damnedest to not see each other out of work. It's pretty crazy when you see, like, the length that they go to. But it's not like they hate each other, because they have said in interviews, I believe, that if they were to split, then the both of them wouldn't go back to wouldn't do comedy anymore, because there would be nobody who would be able to match each other. And as I was thinking that, it clicked in my head on how if we had no Yuri, Yuhi and Yasumi could have been like downtown, which I thought was a nice and interesting thought. And that's all I got. Moving away from that, we've got Otome, who is coming back in yet again. She's here to, well, I did mention it during the reaction, she is here as the barrier for the haters when they do events and all that. Otome is gonna be here, and nobody wants to get disliked by their favorite idol, so like they can't go in here just to specifically hate on these two other girls when Otome is friends with them, right? We can't have that. Unless, you know, they're gonna start turning on Otome as well, which is very fun that, you know, Otome is, from the way that she looks and just from the way that her, from what we saw in episode 2, I believe, that's when we first saw her. Seems like she's a genuine person who actually cares about her fans and everything. Even when she was like sick and all that, she still wanted to come in and dance for them. And so that's why she has a big fan base. That's good, right? I would assume. And maybe because Otome is just the way that she doesn't really amp up her persona or anything. She doesn't have any different personality. Not that we know of yet, but again, just from what we saw, right? Everything about her seems very genuine. That the news of Yuhi and Yasumi breaking their character and becoming like their much more real self, Otome isn't, she doesn't care much about that. Instead, she's just like, I'm willing to help you guys. And maybe that's kind of like the opposite from Otome and Mekurun. Even though Otome and Mekurun started the same way, not started the same way, they both got a start together. So the two of them know each other as well. But again, maybe because Otome feels much more genuine, that she doesn't really care about the consequences that comes from Yuhi and Yasumi's little scandal. But Mekurun, who knows that her personality is fake, is a little bit more afraid of that. That's why she's much more aggressive towards Yasumi when she saw her. Who knows? We'll just have to see in the next episode, right? See whether she's gonna break during the radio show or not. That'll be fun. But yeah, Mekurun's really coming in. Let me know what you guys think about her, because you know she's coming in. She's giving shit and all that. And obviously, if you're a big fan of Yuhi and Yasumi, you're not going to like Mekurun, but I like her. I like her. We will just have to see what's going on with her. But until then, if I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys in the next episode.